And it goes a little something like.
Yo, what up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the DUMO Podcast, episode 22. How y'all doing? What up?
Yo, what's up, man? We doing good out here, man. Your boy just got a fresh cut, boy.
Yeah.
Give myself a fresh neck. You see that, bro?
It's clean. It look nice.
It's clean, right?
Nice,
yeah, I was like, yo, I told my barber, yo, let me get a fresh cut. He was like, yo, you're gonna lose the bet. I was like, cause we had a bet. I was like, yo, if you cut my hair, I would have to give him $50 instead of $40. So he just made an extra $10 today.
Oh damn! So he wanted you.
He wanted it, yeah.
But anyway, guys, if you can tell, we are sitting in this one direction. Me and Andre's
One direction.
It was pretty close. So we do got a special guest today. Name go by Nicholas, longtime friend, Queens Falcon, football buddies. One of the first white friends I met. Yeah, that's true. Because I grew up by all Asians. But welcome to Nicholas, bro. What up?
Hey,
what's going on?
What's up, bro?
Man, how long has it been since I've seen both of you guys? Like,
how long has it been?
it's been
a while, bro.
I think my freshman year of high school was the last time I saw you guys. So you're a year older than me, right? So
yeah. So if that was the case, when did we 2009?
Like 2014, 2015.
Yeah. But we were playing football since like 2009 though.
Yeah.
2009,
for sure.
Yeah, when we were kids. Yeah.
When we were a kid, bro.
Damn,
used to
that's
touch
crazy.
my balls, bro.
I used to touch homeboys' balls, bro.
that your
was the
center?
days, huh?
It was your center.
It was Nicholas and Keegan.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Keegan.
Keegan was he's a center.
Bro,
but
honestly, after a while, you get used to it though. Like it's just not like your hands slowly like mold into my sack.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? Like you said.
You
I know
get
how
used
his
to
balls
someone
feels
else
like.
touching your balls.
He used to fuck around, bro. I had a lot of quarterbacks, but he was the one that used to always tickle that thing. He do it on purpose too, like.
Bro, you would be aroused though. You'd be like, "Oh, Andre, stop!"
Hey, yo.
Hey, susting. No, but it was when we played football. It was me, son, Nicholas. I think the first guy I've ever touched balls with was Austin.
Oh yeah,
Austin
Oh
Piazza.
Yep.
Was he Spanish?
I think it was Spanish.
No, Italian.
Italian, right?
Wasn't he? His like cousin was like Mike Piazza. I'm pretty sure.
Really? Oh yeah, it was Austin Piazza. His dad.
Yeah.
His dad was the coach too.
Talking to my bad.
His dad was. Well,
His dad was the coach. Hey yo, what are you doing such thing?
No, I just wanted to talk to the mic.
Bad.
Yeah.
You know, his dad was a coach. I remember like he was always my center and stuff like that. And I don't know whatever happened to him. I know he's a comedian, right?
I have no idea.
He's a comedian?
I haven't talked to him.
Comedian.
I haven't seen or heard from him since like before we even stopped playing football. When he stopped playing, I never heard from him again.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What the hell? Everyone just like went off radar.
Everybody,
off the grid.
bro. Everybody.
Right? That's
I
crazy.
I'm trying to think of anyone that we. I went to school with Tyler. You remember Tyler? What's his name? Tyler Darno.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, he used to play quarterback too.
Yeah, he was quarterback for a little bit.
Quarterback.
Yeah.
He used to wear
Yeah.
like braces.
Yeah.
He had like the crazy.
So I went, and Quan, I don't know if you remember Quan. So I went to school with them.
Oh, I
So,
see.
Yeah.
What school did you go to?
So I went to prep school my first year, and then I went to Holy Cross for my last 3.
Damn, bro.
Yeah. Dude, I didn't know Holy Cross was all boys when I first got there. Yo, I was like,
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
I thought it was a joke. Like someone said that, I thought it was a joke. I was like, yo, oh my god, bro, it's like prison.
Oh yeah, it's like prison. No biddies at all.
It was a Catholic school, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
so
why.
if a girl walked in, like I remember the lunch lady had a daughter that went to prep because prep was right down the street, and the girls would come from prep. And like she'd walk in the lunchroom, bro. It was a madhouse here. Like the cat call and everything. It was wild.
Oh shit! I thought our high school was bad, you know, because we didn't have too much girls in our.
But it wasn't bad.
But you guys went to Infotech, right?
Yeah.
Infotech,
bro.
Shit, fudge.
Would you rewind back the time and be like, yo, let's go to prep school? I didn't know none of that
Nah,
shit.
I know it was
Yo.
too expensive.
Oh yeah.
So prep school, yeah. So you know, I did like the whole circuit because you remember our like Queens Falcons, they would set it up for you, and like we used to go to the boys club and do all the tests and everything.
Yeah.
So I got into a bunch of schools, and I chose this one in Virginia called Christ Church. That was the name of the town. Also another religious school, but when I went down for the tour, the coach was telling me, like, I was a huge USC fan, like University of Southern California, still and he told me that Pete Carroll came, because Pete Carroll was the coach at the time. He came down there to recruit a guy, and I was like, yo, I'm fucking in. Like, I don't care what else this man says. Like, I'm in. And then I get there and like, you know how it is. Like they treat you like so nice. Everybody's so good. And then when you get there, it's a different story.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, down in Virginia.
Yeah. But I mean, I was fucking up too. Like it's both ways, but like they could have made the situation a lot better for me. And being from up here, being from the city, like everyone there was like backwoods country, and like I try to like align myself with like the hood kids, but because I was white, it was also like a weird. Like, what the fuck is this white kid trying to do? Like, they assume every white dude was like a hillbilly back then. I'm like, no, I'm a city. Like, it's different.
Yeah.
City boy.
Yeah.
City boy.
I was a
type
clown
thing.
back then too, but like.
Did you pay a lot? Was the school expensive?
It was expensive. I think it was like $30,000 a year, but I think we were paying like $5,000 a year.
Oh, that's not bad.
But I only went for 1 year. I left. I mean, I was miserable, dude. I was getting fights every week. Like, these kids were like spoiled fucking brats, dude.
Oh yeah.
My roommate during football camp, dude, his dad owns like fucking Billboard Music. Like the dude's a billionaire.
Wow.
Yeah.
What
His name's Will Green. I don't know if that shit was true or not. The only thing I know is true is he's rich as hell, man. Yeah.
One of your roommates.
He didn't like
he was
bless you
my
any cash or anything?
Nah, dude. He was like probably the most obnoxious scumbag. Like, dude. He was talking to some girl on Skype because like Skyping chicks was big back then, and like the iChat thing.
Okay.
I just remember like he was talking to some girl, and like I like was in the background and piqued the girl's interest, and then like we started talking, and he found out like me and her were like I was gonna go see her when I came back to New York or whatever, because he was actually from Manhattan.
Oh, okay.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, and then I just remember like he said some shit about like he said I was talking shit about her and all that, like it was always drama.
Yeah,
that's the point I was just trying to make. Like everyone there was always creating drama, but I mean this school, like the girls, from there was a sister school, there was an all girls school, and at the time only guys were dorming there, but we had girls that came in during the day. But at the sister school, I mean these girls would sneak in at night. And these girls down south, they were climbing trees to get in our places, man. Like we had small trees, and I remember one night these girls climbed up. We had a tree right in front of our place, and then it was a pretty small tree. Like I'm not trying to take away any credit from these girls, but they would because they had cameras in the hallway of our dorms. So
I understand.
And you weren't allowed to have girls. We're fucking 14-year-old boys, like
horny as fuck.
Yeah. Ready. But oh my gosh, like. Yeah, I mean, my body count was multiplied, and it was low key, bro. People weren't believe me, and I was like, good, like I don't want you in my business because y'all been fucking it up. But
were you like super religious?
No, I'm not religious at all. Yeah,
but it was just like a choice, like you wanted to go.
I wanted to go because I never thought I'd be a professional football player, but I always wanted to play at USC.
Okay,
and then I was growing. I was 5'11" when I was 13 years old. And then I hurt my back actually in preseason down there. And then after that, like, that was, I didn't grow an inch since.
Damn, 5'11"
I don't know if that stunted
Damn.
my growth, but I thought like I'd be like 6'2", 6'3". I'd be big enough to play.
I think you could have been that tall.
But
I think
they had
messed
They had me play every position down there because I don't know if you guys remember, like, I wasn't the fast guy on the team, but I was fast.
Yeah.
Bro, I was returning punts.
Oh, yeah?
I was playing O-line, and I was returning punts. What the fuck?
That's a crazy position I've never heard of.
In football, I played every position except corner. I've even played some very rarely safety, but I played linebacker, DN, D-line, O-line, tight end, fullback, halfback.
Damn,
freaking fast. Oh, wide receiver. I didn't play wide receiver either. I'd be like Calvin Johnson. I'd just be big body,
Megatron, bro.
Yeah, right?
This dude. Oh, okay, so you played all those different types of positions and stuff like that down when you were in Virginia.
But I didn't start. I mean, I was a freshman, and they only had, the school was small, so it's only varsity. And I mean, we're talking about like we're missing class to go to games. Like so we're in Virginia. We'd go up to DC for games. We'd go to Carolina for games. And like I'm talking like missing like a couple days of school a week, so you're also falling behind on stuff. And then I was the third string center, and I was out for the first 3 weeks of the year because I had that back injury, and I should have been out for the rest of the year. I should have had back surgery. I had like bulging disc, herniated disc. Like I had like nerve issues. There was so much going on, and then I was seeing this like chiropractor down there. The coach sent me there, and like I was getting shot up with something. Still don't know what the fuck I was getting shot up with to this day. And like the coach came up to me one day and was like, "You're gonna fucking play next week." And I was like,
Oh, yeah?
It was like that down there, man.
Wow.
You take that shit seriously,
Dude,
bro.
I
But
was so
Nicholas
stressed.
always get fucking injured.
Right? Have you noticed?
Nah, hey, I kind of,
always,
kind of.
Even since Pee Wee division, he did get injured. I'm like, why is this guy? Okay, we're back in the days.
No, but I didn't get injured playing football that first year. I broke my wrist on a scooter, if you guys remember. So I didn't play our whole first season together. We never played. My first game was our playoff game.
I see.
And then I didn't get hurt that game, but I hyperventilated and missed the last like 2 minutes of the game.
I remember you. Yeah, you said you had something with your wrist, right?
I broke my wrist. Yeah.
Oh, you broke your wrist. Oh my.
That's what it was,
God.
yeah.
Was this when we were practicing by like Victory Field? That was at that time, or was it
Yeah,
still?
it was. No, we were in Juniper.
Oh,
It was
you
our
was in Juniper.
my first year. It was the first year for you guys too.
Oh wow.
And then I came back and I think I played guard. I wasn't a center yet. I played I think guard or tackle, and I played DN my first game, like both sides first game.
Right.
And in the fourth quarter, I didn't know how to breathe yet, and I just like hyperventilated. Like we played we were in Kings Bay. I remember we lost like 20-0.
Forget that game. I don't want to remember
Yeah.
that game,
Dude,
bro.
I don't think I've ever beaten Kings Bay in like all my years I played Falcons. They were
Yeah.
always the team to beat,
Yeah,
and
they were.
now they're ass.
Even
Like,
the Seahawks,
they're ass
really
now?
hard.
well,
Skyhawks.
I know when I left, they were ass. Like their lower divisions. Like anytime I went up a division, like that division was good because it was the same guys.
Yeah.
But like every other division was ass for Kings Bay.
I see. There was always that one
Skyhawks.
man, and I was like, why is this man playing with a bunch of 12-year-olds, bro? Get the hell out of here, bro. Check his registration. This dude is wilding.
You know what's crazy? We never like joined a team that was like we slaughtered the team. Like I wonder what that feels like. Imagine beating a team like 45.
we
zip.
did. Didn't we? Weren't you guys with us when we played Yorkville?
Nah, never.
No, I
Oh
don't
no,
think-
because you guys were a year older.
Yeah.
Think-
Oh,
Also, you stayed behind
the
when you were
next
in midget.
the next
yeah.
year when you guys went to midgets, I was still in Pee Wee, and that was when we had Gorin, and that was a good year. We were nice, but bro, every single football team I played for, except my very last year, I've come in fourth place every single year. Even our first year, we won 0 games, but every team dropped out of the league, so we got in the playoffs. We had that 4th seed, and literally every year we had 4th seed.
Bruh, that's
No matter the
crazy.
circumstances, it was always like teams dropping or like some team like beat us at the end of the year. And we fell for like every single time.
Wow, that's fucking
Yeah.
great. Now
Yeah.
we never. Did we ever go to playoffs? Me and you, nah, right?
Not us, but I think a year before we joined, we were supposed to join that year, but we didn't. And then that team won the championship. The Queens Falcon.
Oh yeah,
it
before
was
we
with
went
Coach
to Pew.
Ken and them.
So
The year before.
intros, was it intros?
I think it was intros.
I think it was.
So,
Remember we
so
joined?
for the
What
people
did I do?
listening, intros is 15 and up. So
Yeah.
it'd go 15 to like a soft 18, I guess.
yeah,
Right?
yeah. I remember. I remember.
If
Yeah,
you like just turned 18, yeah, and
won
it
the
was
championship.
unlimited weight class right?
Afterwards, yeah.
Which was what that was a jump because I was always, I was playing lineman
Yeah.
too. So it's like, dude, like you go up there and I'm 160, and these
Yeah.
guys are like, you got what was that kid's name? David Bennett, I think his name. You remember Big David?
Big David.
I mean, I'm talking. Big
Okay, I
David.
think I know what you're talking about.
Like, dude
Yeah.
had to be pushing like 350 at the time.
He's that strong, bro. I wasn't that strong when I was like.
No,
7.
strong. I'm talking about his weight.
Oh, his
weight.
weight. Oh, damn, bro. We're
That's-
not pushing
that's fucking
nobody with
crazy.
160, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like 170 right now, and
It's
I'm
like a wall.
That is a wall.
It's like a wall. You can't move nobody.
That's what I'm saying. Football at that age is so weird because like just whoever hit puberty early was just dominant. Like they didn't even need skills.
Yeah, I feel you. Like that guy in Kingsbury, bro. Bro,
Yeah.
I started crying that game, bro.
Really?
You were there, right?
Yeah, we lost.
I
I
was
remember him
crying.
blocking me one time.
Huh?
I remember he blocked me. He blocked me like 30 yards back.
Bro, you don't understand. It was cold that day, and I remember Coach Frank was like next to me, and I was crying because we were losing, right? And I couldn't like control my emotions, so I was like, "Kingsbury's stupid." And then after Coach Frank was like, "Hey, boom, smack my helmet. Don't you ever say that. Like you gotta lose with integrity." And I'm like, "Oh, damn. Okay, you're right." But I was still crying.
Coach Frank wasn't like good with like X's and O's, but like
Yeah.
he taught us how to play the game and like play with heart.
Yeah.
And then after that year, like we never did. You guys have Frank again? I don't think-
Nah.
nah,
Oh, we
right?
had
We
Frank
didn't
for 1
have
year,
Frank.
yeah.
We had
I didn't-
Neil.
Yeah, but Neil was more of an X's and O's guys, and then I think Frank ended up going to like the young kids to
Yeah.
coach them up, which
Peanuts.
fit perfect for him.
Right. Yeah, I feel like he taught value more
Yeah,
than anything.
Exactly. He
So,
was
like-
a good man. He was a good man.
Exactly. Yeah. I always looked up to him as a coach. I was
Yeah,
like, oh,
yeah.
this
I
guy.
liked him the best. Coach
Yeah,
Frank,
yeah.
The way he teach you. But I think he's just more so like, this is a life. Like, you want to learn life shit? Like, I'll teach you life shit.
Exactly.
But with football, like,
You were trying to win some football games? Nah.
Oh yeah, that's what I was like, bro. But yeah, I mean, I've seen Keegan on like Instagram and stuff like that.
I haven't.
But like, this is obviously the first time I've seen you.
Yeah.
You know,
Actually,
in a while.
Keegan, I used to have parties at my house in high school. We used to have some house parties
Uh-huh.
like my senior year, and actually I saw Keegan pull up to a few. And then, Mike, you remember Mike Calabro? I think his name was.
Mike,
bro.
He was a quarterback too.
Mike.
Well, he
Long
has that little
blonde
kids,
hair.
right?
He was
He has
like
two
small.
little brothers, right? That time?
I'm not sure.
Nah, I don't
But
think so.
he also went to Cross as well. I don't think he played football with us though.
okay.
But he went to Cross. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't remember no Mike Labro. I just remember the line that I used to play with. It was you. It was Austin. It was this big black dude once, and Donovan. Remember Donovan?
Donovan.
Remember Donovan?
Yeah.
Donovan.
Dude, his dad was mad chill. His dad was like always,
Right?
yeah. He always took care of us.
Yeah, he's always like looking out for us and shit. But those were the good old days, right?
And I played tight end, right? Line?
Yeah, homeboy was saying tight
Yeah,
end, bro.
tight end, DN, right? Yeah.
Big man thing. Big man.
Tight end, yeah. But yo, speaking about like football and stuff like what you been up to, bro? Like I know you spoke a little bit earlier. We spoke on your podcast.
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
And,
Sonam, you guys can check out that episode.
Yeah.
It's like I think the second most recent episode out. So
Okay.
Yeah, bro. It was fun. That was my first time going to like another person's podcast.
yeah,
It was fun. But you were speaking about like you're moving out and you're also creating like a business. I don't know if you want to mention it.
Yeah, so I don't know if I'm gonna combine both businesses yet, but I'm doing two separate things. So first off, I'm a content creator myself. I'm doing YouTube streaming, but I'm also managing content creators. So currently, I was telling you a little bit before the podcast. I just signed a supermodel, like actual, not an Instagram model, like an actual supermodel, helping her get endorsements. She is a mess when it comes to social media. And she's not taking like really good pictures for social media. She's not hashtagging well. She's not taking advantage of the opportunity she has. She has 250,000 followers on Instagram, but her engagement is barely going. And all her followers are actually real people. Like I went through it the other day and I was like, you have legitimate, which is rare to find. And so I'm going to help manage her social media, and I'm actually reaching out to brands. I'm acquiring brand deals with her. We've been talking to a few brands. I don't know if I can mention them, but
Right.
we're in talks with a few, trying to get her a deal because she is a supermodel. So I'm not going to get her something where it's like, oh, if you wear this hoodie, we'll give you 50% off. No, like we're trying to
Right.
get her paid. So just working out some stuff there, but we're doing that with streamers. We're helping streamers grow. Like, essentially, like what I look for is like if you're doing something that's unique in a space. So if you're doing something I've never seen before, or I truly think you're talented and have excuse me, and you have like the ability and the drive to grow, like I'll take you in. It doesn't matter if you have 5 followers or 5 million, like I'll take you in and work with you. And then the other thing we're doing is we're acquiring podcasts, and I'm trying to start a media company where we're essentially doing the same thing, but with podcasts. And I'm trying to create almost like a media channel, like Barstool, but more in a creator space. So everyone is more into like the gaming community or tech, or you don't necessarily have to be gaming, but you're more in the online space. Like Barstool, they kind of have linked to sports, and we're gonna have sports things too, but I want more stuff with internet things. So like OnlyFans or gaming or movies or tech, just anything involving that kind of space. So again, if anyone has a podcast that's interesting, you can always DM me, send me a link. The worst I can say is no, and where I could point you in the right direction, we can possibly start.
Collabing,
exactly.
Honestly, I feel like that's a good ass idea because when you mentioned like Barstools, like I was kind of thinking of that, like, but you kind of going on like a different like
Exactly,
style.
it's a different lane. Yeah.
But it's a crazy ass idea. It's like
Right.
it's a good ass idea.
Yeah, exactly. And that's something like I haven't really been too comfortable to talk about with people, but I mean, at this point, like the cat's out the bag, like,
Yeah.
because no one else. I don't think anyone. I'm not challenging anyone, but I haven't seen anyone else doing it, even though it's like people have been talking about it. So I'm like, I'm doing it. Like this is the reality.
Is it like same like Maker Studio?
I'm sorry,
Maker Studio. Do you know what's Maker Studio?
I'm not familiar.
It's
no.
kind of like, so it was created by a YouTuber, right? His name is Shay Carl. I don't know if you know him.
No,
So
I'm not familiar.
Shay Carl, Shay Charts.
Oh, shit.
So it's like a family vlog channel, right? He created back in the days where it was kind of like he would have like a bunch of YouTube creators like under his wing. He had like I think Lily Sings.
Okay, yeah,
He had
yeah. I know.
I forgot that guy, Ryan Johnson, I think.
Okay, yeah.
Those big YouTubers,
Yeah.
and it was like they call it Maker Studios, and he kind of did like that, like brand deals and stuff like that.
But so it was more like the teams, like those YouTube house teams, almost in a way.
Cloud9.
Yeah, but
something.
he would have like a system where they would get them brand deals and promotion,
Yeah.
and they would take a cut, obviously, but they were pretty big, and they were growing. And after that, I think like 5 years down the lane, Disney brought it.
Okay.
So they offer him 500 million.
Oh shit.
You said it's Maker Studios, right?
Maker Studio,
Okay,
yeah.
Yeah, I'll do some research.
These are like
into
OG
it.
YouTubers.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's like
so that's
10 years
that's
ago.
another thing. If you get into a space early, like it's unbelievable how much growth you'll get. Like one of someone we actually had on my last podcast episode, he's a Twitch partner. He was a Mixer partner, and he got into Mixer early, got huge there, where he didn't actually meet the requirements for Twitch's viewership and things like that. And Twitch still gave him partnership, and he's actually like doing great for himself. He's gone full time
With Twitch.
with Twitch. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah, with Twitch, I remember when me and Sonny used to do gaming videos, and then you tried joining. Like, did you ever try Twitch?
Yeah, I tried Twitch.
You tried
yeah.
Twitch, right?
It was hard.
It was dumb hard. Me too.
Twitch
bro.
is ridiculous, man. It's so competitive, and I truly think the biggest problem with Twitch is they make affiliate too easy, which in return benefits Twitch because you're keeping people on your platform, but to the creator themselves, it's making it harder to make any kind of living because all you need is 3 viewers and 50 followers, which you can do. I had, when I first came to Twitch, I did so well that first week, they gave me affiliate 2 days early because you're supposed to do it for 7 days. They gave it to me on day 5. But like 3 viewers, like you could literally have like your TV on Twitch,
Right.
your laptop on Twitch, and
Yeah.
like one friend. And like you're
Finesse the
affiliate.
system.
You're affiliate.
Yeah, okay.
And what I was saying is, so what happens is you have someone in your community watching you, and then you're helping. Like I love everybody in my community. Like if you ask me a question, like I'll reach out to you when I can, and like I'll try to help you. So there's times where like after my stream, I'm helping people set up their streams, doing all this stuff. So then I help these people get like affiliate, and I never hear from them again. You know what I mean? Or they start streaming, then they think they can make a career out of it. I'm like, dude, I gave you the tools to succeed, but like, you know, you also stop the support, and
Right.
like you also like just cut people off, and like
Dickhead.
I'm not gonna come, and then they'll like have the balls to like text me like months down the road, like, hey man, like come watch my stream, like I'm doing, and like again, like I'm trying to support the homies, but like with everything I'm doing, I don't have time to watch people's streams,
Yeah.
and if you just like it's different if you're busy and you don't come, but like it's directly linked to you literally getting affiliate and not showing up. Like I don't mean not show, like not even texting, not even say what up to me or anything. It's only when you need something.
Yeah.
And it's been so that's the problem with Twitch. So everyone thinks they can make it because it's like, oh, I'm an affiliate now. I make money off ads. Yeah, so what do you make, 2 cents a month on ads? Like
Right.
you know.
So like for example, like a Twitch streamer that like I don't watch but I hear about on like YouTube and stuff like that is Aiden Ross, right? Like
Yeah,
could
Aiden.
you
Aiden's
explain
killing
like
it.
what the hell he's doing for him to be able to do shit like that?
So Aiden, he got big with NBA 2K, and then GTA just blew him up. But I originally discovered Aiden from his Bronny streams. He was streaming with LeBron's son, and then he was doing all that like suspect stuff to Bron, and it was going viral. So I always said there's 3 paths to making it on Twitch. So one of the paths is you're a professional gamer, right? So do you guys remember Nick Suda?
Nick Suda?
Yeah, we played football with. Oh, he was a year younger than me, so you guys probably never
yeah,
played
no,
with
no,
him.
probably not.
But you would definitely recognize him.
Okay.
He actually became a professional gamer.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, you if I showed you his face, you know who he is.
Yeah, probably.
But he was a professional, and again, you go pro in any sport. So he was a pro COD player. But if you go pro in any sport, you're gonna get the viewership, you're gonna get the partnerships with the sponsors, everything. So that's one way to make it as a creator. Another is you're a fun streamer. Like you play games, you have a great personality, so people come watch you, right? Then the other thing is like you're a hot girl, and like, and again, you can be a hot girl and fill those other two categories, but there's also people like hot tub streamers, and I'm not hating on anyone's money hustle, but it is, I mean, that's easy money, bro. Like,
Right.
Yeah, right.
you know, you got a nice, you know, body, you hop in the hot tub, you're doing a stream, like, exactly. So
people gonna come.
so those are, I say, the three true ways to make it as a streamer. But another way is something you do is you have someone, Reddit's actually huge. And there's a thing called live stream fails. And what happens is if you get on live stream fails, your videos essentially go, like, if you get some traction there, you go viral. And so going back to Aiden was doing all the suspect stuff with Bronny, and it was just getting sent everywhere. It was getting shared everywhere. I mean, I believe, I wasn't following Aiden early on, but I believe he was like a high 2K player, like a high level. That's why people were watching him. That's how he got to Bronny in the first place. But again, so you have viral videos like XQC was a professional gamer. He's one of the top creators. Ninja obviously was a pro for a while. But I'm trying to think. Shroud was a pro. I'm trying to think who wasn't a pro and then ended up becoming
famous like that.
The Asian guy, what's his name? Skydu, something like that. He does GTA roleplay sometimes.
Oh my gosh, I know who you're talking about. I can't think of his name right now. I've been out of the Twitch space for a few months now.
Yo, I watch
Asian
Twitch.
guy?
Yeah, I started getting into Twitch. I watch XQC.
But yeah, going back into the live stream fail. So what happens is if you have like a top viral thing on live stream fails, you're getting like tens of thousands of new viewers to your stream. And then, you know, they see like a weird moment, and then when you see yourself on live stream fails, you're like, all right, I'm going to try to get back on here again.
Right. Okay.
So that's what ends up happening. And you'll see that with a lot of streamers. You go back early on and you'll see a direct correlation between someone getting on live stream fails or a viral YouTube video, or these days a viral TikTok video.
Yeah.
And that just draws a lot of traffic to your channel. And then obviously you have to have the skill to keep those people there. So you know, once you get the people there, you got to keep them there.
Right.
And that's what makes, you know, a good and a great streamer.
I see.
Or just creator in general.
Right.
Yeah, and I feel like streaming is a lot harder because you gotta also be like consistently entertaining.
Yeah.
And you gotta not be boring, you know. And it's hard to do. Like YouTube is easy because you go with cut and you can just chill out. But like fucking when you stream, is like if you're doing like 8-hour streams, you gotta keep them entertained for 8 hours straight.
Yeah,
so it's very hard to do.
It is very hard, and I've been blessed with a really good staff. I keep a really small circle, but I had like 2 or 3 mods that would help run things with me during the streams. But I mean, like I said, you get burnt out, you know. So what a big thing I'm gonna do when I move to Florida is schedule, like, and stick to it. I'm gonna have just where my mods and everybody will look out for me, and be like, listen, like, you're over your 3 hours, like, wrap this shit up. Or I'm not gonna do 8-hour streams unless it's for a special event or charity. I have a schedule where I'm gonna do like Monday nights. I play with like the squad, where it's like we have like 3 people who are doing competitive. Not saying we're gonna be winning games, but you know, we'll just do whatever, whether it's Apex, COD, Rogue Company, whatever game, Counter-Strike, you know. So it's a squad. We don't really interact with chat that day. It's more about competing and like hanging out with the boys, and the girls, or, you know, whatever. And, you know, someone has to miss a week, we'll replace them with someone else. But that's squad day. And then like maybe, so that's Monday, and then I'll stream again Wednesday, and that'll be where I'm by myself and I'm playing, you know, GTA, and like maybe I have my community involved, and, you know, I'm talking to my chat. Then like Friday will be like community night. So if you're a sub, if you know, then we all get in a server and we play a game together, and like everyone can vote. So whether it's Minecraft, Fortnite, whatever, you know.
At least you have some different like types of games that you're playing with, number one.
Exactly.
And then number two, for those of you young viewers out there that want to get into gaming, like, obviously, number one, get started, right? But like what Nick is talking about is further down the line, you want to have a template and have organization within that field when it comes down to anything in particular, right? Like gaming and things like that. If the more organized you are, the more professional you look.
What I always say is streaming is supposed to be the fun part, or watching your video after it goes live is the fun part. It's what you do. You might stream for 3 hours, but I don't count that as the work. It's what you're doing 2 hours after the stream, and offline is what makes you. You know, you have to network, you have to post on social media, you have to keep your stream fresh, whether it's, you know, finding, you know, stingers to put onto transitions and things like that, or you know, stream starting soon screens and just whatever. Like all that stuff is done offline. People think like I'm just gonna turn a webcam, you know, hit the live button and I'm gonna get famous like that. No, it's you can ask anyone in the industry that's actually had any kind of success. It has nothing to do with you live streaming. Obviously that's what keeps the people there, but it's everything you do offline. Like you said, you getting on live stream fails, that's an offline behavior. You posting on TikTok, you posting YouTube videos. Like you can't just turn a live button on and instantly become successful.
And expect
You've
something.
done pretty good on Mixer, right? Because I remember
Mixer, I was one of the fastest growing streamers on Mixer before it shut down. I was only streaming for 3 months. I had about 1,300 followers.
wow.
And I was on my way to applying a partnership. I was actually I was a part of a stream team, and we were gonna do this whole, actually another company. And then Mixer shut down and like fucked everything.
Oh yeah. I remember Mixer used to have this thing where it's like, I remember when we were playing PUBG, like towards the end of like PUBG, if you're like up
Hype
there,
Zone.
Hype Zone.
Yeah.
I used to think that was the coolest shit for
And
Mixer
I don't know
to
why.
do.
I don't know why any other service hasn't picked that up, because that is, again, like you said, it's one of the coolest things ever. So for everyone listening, Hype Zone was, I don't know. I still have no idea how they did it.
Right.
So if you're at the end of a game, there was this bot stream that would follow you around called Hype Zone. So they had it for Fortnite, Rainbow Six, PUBG. So if you're at the end of I think, was there one for Rocket? I don't think there was one for Rocket League.
I
But
don't remember.
if you were at the end of a game, let's say you were like Final Four in the lobby, like this stream, they found a way. They had some kind of algorithm to find you, and you had like 60 to 100 viewers come into your stream at the end of the match to watch your end of your match, and then when your match ends, it would move on to someone else. And it was always a great way to get followers and things like that. But yeah, it was crazy. I was averaging like on a bad day, like 40 viewers on Mixer. And then most days, like if I'm doing I was like a top 5 GTA streamer on Mixer. So when I had a GTA stream like twice a week, I was always up there.
Right.
Yeah. I feel like if you kept on doing that GTA till now, you would have been huge.
Yeah.
Because
So
GTA was like popping off that time.
So I was ahead of the trends. Like even Pokemon, I saw what Logan Paul was doing with Pokemon. I was like, oh, this shit's about to fucking blow up. Like it was very early on. So I made a Pokemon channel on YouTube. I did all these things. But then the Mixer shutdown happened. And I just totally got like, I lost everything. A lot of people came and followed me on Twitch, but they didn't watch me on Twitch. So literally my first day on Twitch, I had like 600 followers, and I had decent viewership that first couple weeks. So I was like, okay, like this isn't bad. And then like 2 weeks later, like nothing, dude.
Just died down.
It totally died down.
I wouldn't think like that. Wow. Yeah, but Mixer, I didn't even know that Mixer got shut down.
Yeah.
I thought that Ninja revived it back when I saw like these commercials, like Ninja coming back to Mixer. When did it get shut down?
So-
was it like recent?
So
Or-
I believe it was June 22nd, 2020.
oh, that was a year ago? What
Yeah.
the hell? It's been that long?
So what happened with Mixer was it used to be called Beam, and then Beam turned into Mixer. Still the same people, but like kind of, you know, went from a really small thing to more professional in a way. Then Microsoft bought it, and okay, now they're a legitimate, you know, Twitch wasn't what it was now. You know, it was still big, but it wasn't, you know, dominant. And essentially what happened was Mixer got huge. They had some money, so they spent money because they had the Microsoft money. So they got Ninja, they got Shroud, King Gathalion, a few other people, and then they had homegrown talent. And so I didn't even like streaming. I thought streaming was stupid. I didn't get it. Then I was playing Xbox. Like we had off, and I had like a few weeks off. I didn't know what to do, so I was like, I want to find people to play games with because all my friends stopped playing. So I just hopped on Mixer, and then I just like the light bulb went off in my head. I was like, I could do this, and I was seeing what everyone was doing. I was like, okay, so I literally I didn't do anything except research for 3 months. I got everything together, and then so that was like around Christmas time, 2019. Around February, I started streaming. Then the pandemic happened, and I had all the time in the world. But yeah, so I was, like I said, because I was growing so fast, I knew everyone on Mixer, like besides Ninja and Shroud. Like,
Right.
even Shroud, I actually knew a couple of his mods. Like when I pulled up to Shroud streams, like there was a couple mods that'd be like, "Yo, what up, Nikki Fries? Like, what's going on?" Yeah, so I was talking to partners, and there was a lot of red flags. Like they were like, "Yeah, you know, we're supposed to be getting all the support. We're not really getting anything." Then I was seeing there was a lot of toxicity between certain communities, and Mixer had a lot of glitches, and they weren't fixing them. They had a great support staff. Like if you emailed Mixer about something, they were literally getting to you back within the hour, which is amazing. Like any time of day. Like I remember there's some kid that hopped in my chat, started saying the N-word, reported him, and like an actual human being from Mixer like messaged me back and was like, "Hey, we handled this report for you. It's taken care of. Like that person received the ban." So they were good there. But again, there was all these little like whispers of all this stuff happening, and it turns out it was that Friday. So I believe it was June 18th or 19th. Everyone boycotted. They said they were going to boycott Mixer on that Friday because there was this workplace. I can't believe I don't remember what came first, the sexual harassment or the racism. So one of those happened, and there was like the CEO of so I'm gonna say allegedly because I don't remember the facts off my head. So it was like the CEO of Mixer had like this board meeting, and she was like saying like, "Oh yeah, all these like my partners are my slaves and all this shit," and like all this crazy stuff. And like it got reported, and they had like a whole diversity issue. So everyone was boycotting it that Friday. Then some reporters came out with a report on Sunday night about sexual harassment through like Mixer. Like there were partners that were sexually harassing people. Like, "Oh, you want like mod in my stream? Like send me some pictures," and like all that stuff. Or you want me to like co-stream, because they had co-streams on there.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of stuff like that, but there was also employees and a whole thing. So I guess Microsoft was just like, "Fuck this." So on Monday, they literally like, they were like, "We're closing. That's it. We're gonna be around for 30 days." And my friends that Monday got partnered on Mixer, which is so brutal. Yeah.
Damn.
But actually, I'll get back to that in a second, why that actually worked out for a lot of people. But Mixer, I guess they came up with a deal with Facebook, because a lot of people didn't. A lot of these people that stream, they're not business oriented. I'm always business first. Like, how can this, you know, when I do this, because I truly enjoy doing it, but I also am like, well, how can I do this and support myself? So I'm always thinking money. So I was reading about it, and like Mixer kept all their technology. I guess Facebook literally just paid them to point people to their platform. So they told everyone, "Oh, well, we're going to partner with Facebook Gaming to do this." They didn't give anything to Facebook. Like it was literally just to point people to go there. And then all the partners, if you were a partner on Mixer and you went to Facebook and signed their NDAs and their contracts, they gave you a couple $1,000s if you streamed on there for 60 days, like 8 hours a week. Bro, and they gave people like actually, depending on how big you were able to negotiate that price. So a lot of people actually ended up staying on Facebook, and a lot of people got the bag, and then after 60 days went to Twitch or YouTube.
Damn, yeah, I feel like Facebook definitely like
it took off.
Yeah,
Facebook Gaming definitely took off.
Honestly, I want to see success from every single stream platform, because if it's competitive, then they always have to make improvements. So that's the problem. Like everyone, I always thought, and this is something I was wrong about, I was like, I don't know, when the Mixer shutdown happened, I was like, I don't know why the fuck you guys are scrambling all these other platforms. Like, go to YouTube. I was like, YouTube's about to blow up, and they're getting better, but they never did like the huge change. They never created like a really good discoverability or a good. They should have separated YouTube. There is like, they kind of have it separated on YouTube, where like you can go to the gaming section and find streams and stuff, but they never created like a Facebook.gg. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like YouTube should have created some kind of separation. Which they still haven't done, and they haven't made those big moves. But I mean, all these big creators are moving there now. I think it's gonna happen.
Yeah. I feel like YouTube definitely.
I always said it's a matter of time, but it's just the time frame I was telling people was wrong. Like, you know what I mean? I'll still stick by it. It's gonna happen. I just don't want.
You feel like you're gonna be always, like in your future, you feel like you want to be streaming or making YouTube content more?
I would rather be making YouTube content. I enjoy videos more. Like I really enjoy editing. Okay. if you watch my earlier videos and my videos now, my editing has improved like dramatically, and it's just because I play around. I put the headphones on, and like for hours I just like it's relaxing for me. It's therapeutic. And I didn't even understand about like plugins, like you know, like with I was like, how are these people doing all these effects? Like I was like, I have Final Cut. Like how are these people doing this?
Right.
I didn't know plugins existed until like 6 months ago. So here I am. Like now I've been collecting plugins like throughout. So when I do go back to YouTube, like I got some wild shit planned. Like I've been teaching myself. But yeah, I always wanted to do vlogging, but again, I had no support system. I had zero help. I wanted to film stuff like in the city and do things, but I can't put the camera down. Like I'm gonna get fucking jacked.
Right.
Someone's just gonna snatch that tripod right up. So I could never, it was always like, when can other people do it? And then people would bow, or someone would like, they didn't know how to hold the camera, like shit like that.
True.
So
you need a squad, you need a team for that.
Exactly, bro. Like, and there's people that like believe in the dream. They're like, Nick, you're gonna do this. Like you're gonna make it. But it's like, well, if I didn't live in Oklahoma, like I'd come help you. You know, it's like not people here. So I'm hoping when I move to Florida, like I can find that person. Like the guy I'm moving in with allegedly says he want to do it, but like I was telling someone, I'm like he's kind of fucked. He's got a really bad lazy problem. Like so I don't know if it'll happen, but
I feel like when you start off with YouTube, you want to do some shit where it's like something you could do it on your own, where you can hold the camera on your own.
Yeah,
you want to create content like that because.
But there's just certain things that you just can't do on your own, and in this space now, in this society, like everyone has a camera, everyone can make videos now. It's not like 5-10 years ago where it's like, people are making, everything that came out was unique. Everyone had their own lane. Now you have to do something so different. Right. So the one camera vlogs, like why is someone going to watch your vlog over Casey Neistat?
That's true.
You know what I mean? You got to be doing something
different.
Unique.
Yeah.
That definitely makes sense. Yeah.
So like my biggest YouTube video is like I literally went to Times Square with a giant fucking sign that said "roast me." It was like my first big video on YouTube.
I've seen that. Yeah.
And like I even like I purposely gained weight for that. Like I grew my hair. Like I tried to make myself look as terrible as possible. I was out there for like 7-8 hours and I got like 20 minutes of footage. Back then, I would really like to I don't have any of the footage anymore, but I would really like to re-upload it and edit it much better because that's when I was an amateur.
Right.
And now if I'd do it much better. I'd cut13 out of the video because it's like a 20-minute video. I probably could have made it a 13-minute video.
Understand.
Yeah.
So right now you're editing with like what, Final Cut Pro?
Yeah, I use Final Cut.
Oh, okay.
I like Adobe, but I'm a Mac guy. I love my Apple. Like I love Final Cut. I'm comfortable with it.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, stick with what you know.
Yeah.
We've been accustomed with like Adobe, so like I don't know Final Cut at all.
Adobe and Final Cut, they're both great. Like you can't go wrong with either one. Those are the two biggest ones. And if you look it up, I mean, when you make a movie, like a studio, like you go to Avengers Endgame, like what are they editing it on? Final Cut Pro and like Adobe. Like those are. It's not like there's some special thing they're using. Like it's literally like. That's it, and then they just have the plugins and everything else, and they're creating their own effects and things like that.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you watch a lot of movies, a lot of them you'll see they're edited with certain things, and they have there's even like plugins where it's like, I'm just gonna make a movie up here. Why can't I think of a movie? Like shit?
Shang-Chi or something.
Yeah, Shang-Chi. So like the Shang-Chi plugin. So you see, you'll get like pay like $200 and you'll get like all the effects they use for Shang-Chi or something. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Crazy. Like for example, right? Like me and Sonny, we're trying to plan to do like rap music, right? Like a video. Like, I'm more of a guy like if I'm trying to rap on a beat, rap on music, I want to be like a clown, so I don't want people to take me seriously. Like
like some little Dicky type.
Yeah,
shit?
The clown shit,
Yeah.
So, but then like he's seen because he was the one that was like, oh, I want to edit the video. I was like, I don't mind, right? There's some edits on there, bro. That's like kind of crazy. Like you have all these freaking After Effects in it.
Yeah, you do all of that in After Effects.
And I feel like it gives you like
I follow your music, bro. Like I actually fuck with it.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. But like I haven't posted up any like music video. It's just more of like I just posted up on
I've been
Spotify
seeing, like,
and
making
SoundCloud.
beats and stuff. And
Right. So I make beats, so that you would consider that like as a producer, right? But for me, like I want to see myself go forward as an artist more than
Yeah.
a producer. For me, like when I was producing beats, I was just like, oh, this is the type of style that I want to get myself into as an artist, right? So like with the music video and things like that, it's like it's so hard to like for me to edit it. That's why I would rather give something as hard as that to somebody else and just have them edit it. I just feel like, oh man, since it's so hard to fucking do, like, do I have the time of day? Would it look good? I feel like I depend on other people's opinions, and that's what's like stopping me a little bit, you know? So I feel like I just have to go through with it, and like, one of these days, Sonny's gonna
Honestly, the best thing for editing is you just do it yourself, and then if there's something like you're thinking in your head you want to do, just look up how to do it. Like how, let's say you want to add like a jump cut. Like how do I add jump cut on Adobe Premiere? And then you watch the video, you do it yourself, and then you learn. Now, obviously, there's some advanced stuff, and like if you're really trying to come out strong, like go to Sonam or go to anyone, for that. But once you start doing stuff on your own, you'll see that you can cut time. So like it used to take me like 12 hours to edit a video. Now I can do like that same video in an hour. And if there's something I need to do, I can always outsource it. So if there's a couple things I want to add here, I might reach out to someone that knows. So like, let's say I'm trying to do something. I don't know how to do it. So I'll hit up someone. I'm like, yo, can I send you this? Can you do this for me? Instead, you know what I mean? So it's it's not a big ask anymore. You're not asking, yo, edit my whole music video. Like you're just like, can you do one or two things for me? You know what I mean?
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, like with trying to outsource certain things, like I just get lost in like with the whole jumble in the situation. Like, oh snap, how do I put what he's just finished into my edit screen? Like, oh, like I get confused a little bit, So that's why, like for me, I'm just like, oh, I'll just outsource the whole. You know what? You just take care of the video. I'll just create the music.
You know what's our problem with like all the stuff you guys are saying is like we have good ideas, right? You have a good idea what you want to do. The only problem is you need a support team or you need money.
It's the
to hire
execution, bro.
people. And I feel like the best way to do all of that, because I had a lot of problem with same like you hiring a filmer
because it costs a lot of money.
Yeah, and it costs a shit ton of money,
Even like we're both partners and we're blessed to make some money on it, but we're not paying. We're not making any money to have any staff.
That's true, yeah. So I feel like now, like I kind of want to go like in a different direction because people think I gave up on YouTube on creating. I didn't at all. I'm just taking a few steps to build a foundation to make good money. So when I actually start creating, I will have that money to fund those.
Exactly.
Ideas.
You gotta take the money you make and put it back into what you're creating if you really believe in yourself. And again, like you said, that's the same thing I'm struggling with as well.
Just having that support team.
So that's exactly why I try to start this company that I'm doing, because since I'm not doing much right now, I'd rather work on other people's stuff, because if they get bigger, they might be able to have that support or that money where they can return the favor for me as well. Or they might know someone, they might make those connections, or I might make those connections where, we might do a vlog where it's like 4, content creators, we go somewhere. So guess what? Like, oh, can you hold the camera for me for a sec? Yeah, no problem. And this person will know what they're doing because they're a vlogger.
Right.
Like if all 3 of us went to make a video right now, like it'd be a lot easier than us doing it solo. Right?
That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, so it's a lot that goes into it. That's what like those people that's already rich, like Post Malone and them.
Yeah,
they came from like Jewish families, so they're automatically rich.
They got that Jew money, right? That money.
Yeah, like even little Dicky, he said that shit. He was like, yo, like, I came from a rich family, so it was easy for me to get like.
Well, Lil Dicky had like a legitimate profession before he did. Like I think he created. Which NBA commercial was it? There was like a famous NBA commercial that would run during the finals, and he ran like that whole ad campaign. He worked for an ad agency.
Oh shit!
Like I used to follow like the like come up guys, like a lot of those white rappers and like Action Bronson was my fucking dude, bro. Like I used to see him. If you got a good restaurant spot, bro, like until maybe about 3-4 years ago, if you knew a good restaurant spot, there's always a good chance you'd see Action Bronson there.
Action, okay.
Yeah, like especially in Queens, man, because he's from Flushing. So,
what did he do?
I saw Action twice on Austin Street. But if you go to like Arthur Avenue, like Bronson used to be over. Now he's like he's doing the diet and everything, so you're not seeing him. But and he's also like a star now. But
okay.
Yeah.
He was just like go to restaurants
when he was like on the comment when he had like what was that song like Brunch and who.
Action.
No, I'm just saying like he would just go fucking eat. Like,
Just go eat. Oh.
yeah, if you had a good food spot, like he'd just be there. Yeah. Him like big body Bess and like whoever he was with.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the fuck,
Yeah.
bro? See, that's good what they were doing. When you like when we were talking before about Barstools, is it that guy who eats pizza? Is that the same guy?
Yeah, Portnoy. Yeah, he's the CEO of Barstool. He runs it.
He does everything.
He eats pizza. I just think he's a pizza guy.
But that's the thing. Like, if something ever happened to him, like Barstool would just never recover from it. Like, they might still make money, but not what they're doing now because he's involved in almost every show. Like, he does like their morning shows. He has his hand in every single thing there.
Yeah.
Whether he's chirping someone on social, whether he's signing talent, whether he's doing negotiations, he obviously he has a team that does stuff for him. He has a great CEO, Erica Nardini. She's great. But in the end, like Portnoy has his hand in everything.
Yeah, it took him a while to build
and
that
people
company.
talk about him. Yeah, but like the people that work there, they become celebrities, but they're literally just writers. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It'd be like someone just writing for like, some newspaper and they're all, he did a great job with like focusing on the people. It's the people, not the content. You know what I mean?
Wow, this guy's beyond our time, bro. This guy was thinking ahead, bro.
Yeah. And I mean, that dude was like fucking working out of like a little office, handing out newspapers in like the Boston area. And now he's
Millionaire in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Yeah, his story was like amazing. I feel like
Yeah, whatever you think about Portnoy, like you got to respect the man's hustle. Like he's working 24 hours a day.
you're trying to do something similar like that.
Exactly. I'm very in a good way and a bad way. Like I'm a micromanager, and like I'm definitely someone that wants to. I would never mess with anyone's creative flows, but I would just like to be in the loop of what's happening, to know what's happening.
Okay.
I would never say like, oh, don't do this, don't do that, or like you should do it this way. I would just, if I'm ever managing anyone, it's just like, would you like to do this? I can get this for you if you'd like. Come to me if you need anything. Now, if you're gonna do some dumb shit, like if you're gonna call like someone the N-word on Twitter, like I'm obviously gonna be like, the fuck are you doing? But
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Just do some crazy shit. But when it comes to just creative process, like I would never ever mess with the creative process.
Okay. That's genuine as fuck, bro. Just leave it to the artist, bro. Just like,
Exactly.
Let them do their thing.
I'm very pro artist. Like when I got my tattoo done, I was like, listen, man, like don't fuck this up, but like do your thing, man. I'm not gonna say anything. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm thinking of like a creator standpoint. That's something you will want to work with someone like that.
Yeah, you
and
would-
that should be free.
Exactly. The only time you'd hear from me is how you doing, what do you need? Yeah. Unless you're not fucking posting, then I'll call you and be like, yo, what the fuck? Where's this episode? You know what I mean? I was telling him about that, how we signed 3 podcasts and they were producing content every week. And then after they signed with us, they literally stopped making content.
What the
And I was like, why are you breaching your contract like 1 week in? And I was like, I'm just going to cut you because you're not making money. I'm not making money. So I'm like, I'm not even going to sue you.
Yeah.
I was like, we have signed contracts here. Like, you're in breach of contract, but I'm like, I'm not going to sue you because it's not worth it. I was like, you don't have any money. I don't either. I'm not going to lose money getting a lawyer. So, but yeah, that's a big thing is drive. And again, like if these people would tell me like, hey man, like I'm going through stuff or whatever, I need time off, like that's fine. But like you're literally like, oh yeah, I'm just I've been busy this week. Oh, I'm still editing. Like I get that shit for like weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks.
You've heard the same old story. You're like, fuck, bro, come on, all right.
But that's another thing that I try to tell people is backlog your content a little bit. Especially whether it's with YouTube or anything, because you never know what might happen. You might break your leg, next week, and you'll be in the hospital for 3 days. Well, who's pushing your content out for you? But if you have someone like me, like managing you, I could go get the file and I could post for you, while you're out. Focus on your recovery, bro. Relax. I'll do your posting. I'll post on social for you. You let everyone know what's happening. You'll be okay, and that's it. You'll get back to it in a week or 2.
That's smart, nigga. Shit, I never thought about shit like that. Okay,
I do.
so it keeps on going.
People
but
might be watching this podcast and might see my appearance, so I just like to give a little context. So I have no clothes that fit me. So I was really sick. I lost I was really sick and I got better. So now I started losing weight. I lost like 82 pounds in the past almost 4 months.
Okay.
So I'm moving, so I don't want to search for clothes. I'm still losing weight. So I have like no clothes that fit. So I kind of look like a slob right now. So I swear I'm professional. I swear I got some nice suits at home. I'm not as sloppy looking
Yeah, he
as
lost
a.
that way.
Yeah. My latest YouTube video was like how it was the first month I started losing weight. I lost 30 pounds in the first month. So yeah.
Damn.
Turns out I was just deadly allergic to everything I was eating.
Oh yeah. So
And
what the
I
fuck
have-
do you eat now? What the fuck do you eat now?
So I cut like all the bread, and I cut out like all sugars.
Damn,
But
bro, no
But
sugar?
I eat a lot of like. So I try to. I mean, obviously there's stuff you can't avoid. Like if you go out to a restaurant, like there's certain things you can't avoid. But I replace my meat with grass-fed meat, and it's just like it's meat, but it's just natural. It's not juiced up. Like they give like I don't know what the fuck they give to like normal meat. Like they juice that shit up with like Viagra. They give the cows Viagra and all this stuff and all this crazy and roids and all that shit. Yeah. So that stuff is not good for you. Like meat's obviously good for you, but with all the other stuff over time, it's gonna take a toll on your body. So I replace like that meat with grass-fed meat. I call the diet the yoga lesbian diet.
The yoga. Okay.
So it's like grass-fed meat, like all natural, like organic.
Yeah.
So like instead of like having ketchup, like I have sugar-free ketchup.
What the hell does that taste like, bro? No sugar.
After a while, but now when I have sugar, I'm like it like burns my tongue a little. I'm like it's a little too sweet now. Like it's like So it was weird the first week because a part of my diet was keto. So I got the keto flu for 4 days. Like I was
Oh, I know that.
like I was sick as a dog. But after the 4 days, like something in my brain like changed. Like my whole. And then like the shit food, the stuff I was allergic to was bad. I couldn't eat it anymore. It's like junk food, any of that stuff. Even if I tried, but I stuck to the diet. So what I recommend for everyone is I saw a nutritionist before I did anything, and he goes, "Let's do an allergy test." We found out I was allergic to certain fruits, to certain things, and it turns out a lot of stuff I was eating like deadly allergic to. Like if I ate it now, I'd be in the hospital, and I was eating that every day. God. So what happened was it created a hole in my gut, leaky guts. I had acid going into my body pretty much, and it was causing autoimmune disease. And they think that's where my rheumatoid arthritis came from. So I had really bad arthritis. I could barely walk. I was just fucking sedentary all day. I was depressed. And I was just gaining weight. So I was at like 330 pounds pretty much, and now I'm at 240, almost. Yeah, and this is we're about 14 weeks.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That is
You gotta keep on
amazing,
pushing. What's your goal weight?
And I've done zero exercise because I couldn't exercise because everything was inflamed. Now I'm gonna start exercising, and then I'm gonna.
Damn. What's your goal weight right now? What are you trying to be?
I'm gonna go down to 200, but I'll probably bounce back to 210 because when you break keto and everything, you usually gain. So I don't know. When I was thin, I was 190, and I was like very thin because I'm just a big, like I'm naturally a big dude.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like 200, 210.
Yeah, I think that's a
depending
normal
on-
weight
yeah.
for your height, right?
Yeah, I'm 5'11", so
Yeah,
That is
190. Yeah,
They-
190.
180
It says, like-
minimum at least.
It says like 188's like the average weight, but even my nutritionist was like give 10% to it. He's like 10% give or take each side.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
But so another funny thing is my nutritionist was telling me is like when I came back that first time, like I was down like 40 pounds since the last time he saw me, and he goes, "Bro, like how are you feeling?" I was like, "Well, my back hurts." He's like, "Yo, he's like, you fucked up your gallbladder." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like,
damn.
He's like, "Well, we give this diet to people, and it's like, you can't trust fat people." It's true, like, you think people are sneaking joking. Like I was you can ask everybody. I was so strict on this diet. Like I never cheated. I always did like meals, intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
I took the supplements every day. I still do like codfish liver oil in the morning, extra virgin olive oil, MCT oil, like protein shakes, all this stuff. So he didn't think, that I do everything like to the T for so long, and I lost weight so fast. So he didn't check in on me for a couple months. So when I came back like 2 months later, he was like, "Oh, like you lost a shit ton of weight." So he's like, "Yo, just be careful." He's like, it's a little unhealthy that you're losing like 10 pounds a week, my guy.
I was gonna say you losing that much weight within that time frame.
Now I'm losing like 2-3 pounds a week, but also when you're a fat fuck, like you can lose that weight easy. Like it's a lot easier, and then when you get closer, it gets
harder.
Yeah.
I get you.
Like you ever see those like 500-600 pound people? Like they'll lose 200 pounds in like 6 months.
I'm like, how the hell?
Yeah.
The hell?
Yeah.
Ridiculous. And after the last few remaining pounds, it's like, okay.
What I say to people is I went from morbidly obese to obese. Now I'm just a fat person.
That's good though. That's
That's
Dude,
good for you, bro.
I will say this: the DMs have started. They started up.
started flocking.
The girls started. Oh, you lost a lot. Oh, you look good, Nick. Like,
Yeah.
I used to know all these girls when I was fat. They'd be like, "Oh, you're like a fat Jack Harlow." Like that's what they used to say. And now that I'm like skinnier again, I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm not trying to flex, but like, when I was thinner, I was doing really well for myself, like, you know, in the woman department. And then when I was fat, I was still doing pretty well. Like I was pulling in some beautiful women.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm a relationship guy. I'm not a fuck around kind of guy, but and now it's like, all right, well, I was fat now, and I used to joke. I'm like, I'm giving everybody a head start because when I lose that weight, like I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
You know? Now I'm getting back. You know, I'm ready to be Mr. Stereo Girl. You know, I'm gonna start lifting this week. So you know,
Okay.
Yeah, that's how you lose mad weight. Once you start lifting.
Yeah, but muscle also weighs more than fat, so we'll see what happens. But that's the thing, because I had so much fat on me, I have muscle.
Right.
Just because it has to keep your fat, it has to hold your fat. So, you know, I like, I'll go scratch my back. I'm like, my shit's like all fucking like popping out up here, you know? I'm like, oh, like, okay.
I didn't know my muscle existed.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, you know?
Okay.
I miss my belly though, because when I used to lay down, I used to like put shit on my belly to hold it, and I can't do that anymore. You know what I mean?
I get what you mean. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of my friends, one of my cousin's husbands, like, yo, the greatest thing about being a dad is like having this gut, and it's just like putting my plate, and I don't even have to have a table. Alejandro, I just have my foot. I can't do that shit, you know.
Yeah.
We can't do that shit. We have like
do
a flat stomach, you know. So like he was able to chill. He could have his beer just chilling over there. So I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, yeah, you once you become a father, you probably do the same thing. I'm like, nah, forget the fuck out of here.
You guys want kids?
Oh hell yeah, definitely. I want to
Yeah,
create like a family vlog. channel.
But not like tomorrow.
Hell no. This said tomorrow.
I say like 32, 33.
Yeah.
Probably down the line. Yeah, probably like 29.
For me, I want to like, when I'm financially stable and when I like good support system, like, you know, I'm not just gonna like impregnate a crazy chick, like,
right?
You know, because you know, if you have a baby mom, like you gotta deal with her the rest of your life,
right?
So
yeah, so for what I would say is like, you know, find your woman now before you blow up, and then afterwards, because you never know. Once you blow up, like, are you in it for me or are you in it for something else? Like,
exactly,
you don't know the true intentions.
But something I also realized, you know, it applies in everyone's situation is different, but you know, success is an attractive trait to women, and it's not necessarily that they like you because of your success. They could like you for who you are, but it's the success that, you know, really attracts them to you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like that could be a trait. Something like I don't know your type, but like you might like a girl with a big ass, right? So like, I mean, what's the difference? So she likes a successful person. You know, you like a girl for a big ass. Like,
That's true, yeah.
You know, we're guys, like, you know, we don't have like tits. I mean, unless you're fat like me, you know, you got the man titties, but you know what I mean? Like, like we don't have tits, we don't have ass, you know.
No, the only problem is that we can't take it with us when we divorce. They can take our money, but we can't take the ass.
Yeah.
That's the only difference.
That's true.
Prenup.
Prenup for sure, bro. Prenup for sure.
But that's the thing, man. Like, you know, there's never been a woman I've met that I didn't love. You know, like I love women. I have all their albums. You know.
Okay.
Like,
I feel you.
But yeah, it's finding the right person. It can definitely be tough because even if you know someone for months, you know, once you move in with someone, it could, you know, shit could hit the
go
fan
180,
real
bro.
quick. Or
Full
like
180.
you said, you know, you have, you know, I've seen people that they start having kids and it changes the entire relationship dynamic. You know, you're ride or die all of a sudden. You know, she's only fucking with the kids now. She's not fucking with you no more.
What the fuck?
Like her whole mentality changed.
Damn, bro.
Well, right. That's the thing, right?
A lot,
yeah, you get married and then all of a sudden, but I think in today's society, like relationships change. Like especially with women, they're more, you know, back then it was all like woman would hold, you know, sex against you, and now it's like women want sex. Like if you're not giving them good sex, like they're gonna hold it against you now.
Oh, see, I never. Oh, wow.
Because society's kind of changed. Like,
changing,
bro, when I came in, when I was walking over here, I mean, you know, I saw a girl, she wasn't wearing a bra. I'm like, all right, like, you know, and that's the society we live in now. But imagine doing that shit like 10 years ago. Like they fucking burn you on a cross for that.
On a stake, bro. Just have Joan of Arc.
I mean, you think about even like gay people, like you know, like fucking 10 years ago, like they were like stoning gay people in the street. Like now, you know, who's doing that? Like not in America, not really. I mean,
in other countries, maybe. In other countries, but I don't know.
Yeah, go to Afghanistan, see how they're doing. You know?
Oh shit, bro! Afghanistan, forget that, bro. We evacuated, bro. No more Afghan, no more.
But think about that, yo. Like our biggest fucking problems today are like, you know, what do we call people? Like, let's make sure we call people by the right, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, bro, how about if you go to like fucking Afghanistan? What's their biggest problem? Oh, I hope I don't get fucking whipped and beheaded by ISIS today. Like it could always be worse, man. And like, I understand that everyone, you know, we're trying to create a perfect society here and like perfection will never happen. But at the same time, like there's times we need to stop and be grateful for, you know, what we have and what this country has done for us, because even racism wise, obviously race is still a problem in this country, but I think maybe besides Canada, and I don't know, I'm not Canadian, I don't know, but think what country is less racist, more racist. I'm sorry, what country is less racist than us?
No, I don't know. I
That's
think we're the
true,
most
yeah.
racist, bro. What? I
No,
think
most racist? No, I'm saying I think we're the least racist country. Now, race is still a problem here, but I think if you look around, we're the least racist country.
I feel like
hell
China.
yeah.
I feel like Chinese people are mad racist.
Bro, they see a black person and they start taking pictures. I don't know where.
Where, in China?
Yeah.
Or in Japan?
Yeah,
Black person. But I don't think their intention is like they're like they never seen that before.
Yeah, they're surprised.
So they don't care.
Or with my school, my freshman year, they did a trip to China, and like one of the guys was black. They thought he was like a fucking basketball player. They thought he was like Kobe. Yeah.
Bro, that's always the case.
But that's
bro.
what I'm saying. But that's not racist. That's just like, I guess it's more ignorance, you know, or like astonishment, because you know, you never see like I know white people that they go to mission trips in Africa, and they're like, they've never seen white people before, so they're like, what the fuck is this? Or what's like those deep Amazon tribes that like have never been touched by society, and like a doctor will go there and they think he's like some god because they've never seen his skin color, or like you whip out a fucking cell phone, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're probably like that. Yeah, that's crazy.
So you just, you know, just what I would say to people is just remember, like, it could always be worse, or just be great, you know, fight for change, but you know, understand that it could always be worse.
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes like we spend our time like this, especially the country, we spend on times that doesn't really, we don't have to do it. Like figuring out, oh, what do we call this person? We got way bigger problems than those little things, you know?
Our economy is not good right now, and like all this shit, and you know, people aren't going for jobs right now, and you know, not to get too political, but you need an ID to go into a vaccine ID to go into a fucking restaurant, but you don't need an ID to vote. Like,
right.
You know, what kind of, like, that's what I would say. If someone asks you to go into a restaurant, just say, oh, I don't have any ID on me. I'm on my way to vote. Like, it's just, we're in this very hypocritical society, and I'm not leaning one way or the other. I'm very centric politically. I just call out any hypocrisy, and it's like recently the Met Gala, like AOC, she wore a fucking $30,000 dress that said "Tax the Rich," and it's going to the Met Gala, which is $30,000 a seat for this event. Like,
I peeped that,
and you see all the people holding her dress have to wear masks, but like all the other people like aren't.
Right.
I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
So it's like
bro, you're wearing a $30,000 dress. Like, what you trying to, like? Are you really trying to portray the message
ironic.
you have?
I don't know if that's what she was going for, and like. It's poor taste. It's poor taste.
Yeah.
Again, nothing against AOC. I mean, we can get into it, but not like. It's not. Yeah. It's just like the hypocrisy, or like all these events now. You have like all these politicians from both ends of the table. They go to these events. They show that they have masks on for the photo ops.
Right.
Fucking second the cameras go away. Like everyone's, you know.
Take them off.
So it's like, what do you want us to do? And they change the rules every week, and it's just like, listen, like,
you
know.
That makes sense. That's, oh man.
But anyway, guys, we're about to end the episode. It's almost an hour long.
Oh shit.
I feel like we have more to talk about, but I definitely want to do another one before you leave again.
Yeah. I'm here for another month, so you know.
Yeah.
Oh, you're here for another month.
Yeah.
Okay.
Florida.
Oh shit. What part of Florida are you gonna head to?
I don't know if I want to reveal that.
Oh shit. No,
I'll be in the like Tampa, Orlando area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just Florida. That's
in between Tampa and Orlando, so like Central Florida. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. That's what's up, man.
But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you for Nicholas for coming over here. Make sure to follow you on
YouTube, Nikki Fries, Twitch, Nikki Fries, Instagram, Nikki Fries, Twitter, Nikki Fries _YT. I mean, all my links. You go to my Instagram. I have a link tree in the bio. You can check everything out.
I put in a description below.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out to my boy Nicholas. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Word, bro.
Of course, man.
Thank you, bro.
Anyway, guys, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.
And yeah, thank you for watching this podcast today, episode 22.
Oh, I got one more thing to add. And again, if anyone listening is interested in collaborations or anything, my DMs are always open. I'll get back to you eventually.
Sweet.
Of course, yeah.
Just hit up Nick. Don't be afraid to hit up Nick, bro. Okay?
Hit him
Don't
up.
be afraid. Hit him up. Do your thing. Do your due diligence. You'll pull through. Thank you again. Thank you once again, guys. Like always, see you on the next one.
And it goes a little something like